A 1500 microgram LSD trip report, submitted by Jude. I was 17 at the time, smoked cannabis regularly, and did mushrooms around 20 times. I was fairly comfortable with tripping, and was going to do LSD for the 4th time. I bought some gel tabs, and they were around 300 micrograms each. I buy from this guy who I've known for a very long time, very trusted. My plan was to buy 5 and then have them for a while, so I went and bought them from him around noon that day. I was planning on taking 3/4 of a tab that night, around 150 to 250 micrograms. This would have been my usual dose to have an insightful, powerful trip. At around 10 PM, I take the tab. Not even 30 seconds later, almost as if it was meant to happen, my plug texts me and says not to take the tabs. He gave me the wrong pack. Instead of 5, he gave me 20. So instead of 150 to 250 micrograms, I was taking upwards of 1500. Now at the time, the largest dose I've taken was 5 grams of shrooms. So I was freaking out a bit, thinking I was going to overdose and lose my sanity. So what I tried to do was to get into bed and fall asleep before I started tripping. Now if you've had psychedelics before, you know sleeping really isn't an option. All of a sudden, as I'm laying with my eyes closed, I started to hear a rumble, as if I was hearing a train track in my ear. This was progressive, it was getting louder and louder. I also felt as if the atoms in my body were all vibrating aggressively. This got more intense as the rumble got louder. I remember feeling as if I was being pulled out of my skin. I tried everything in me to hold on to my life. But as I remember a friend telling me, you have to let go. The more you fight it, the worse it gets. Just as I start to let go, I am shot into nothingness. It wasn't like the black we see as humans. It was just nothing. I wasn't in my body at this point. I lost every trace of who I was as a human. I wasn't even in this reality anymore. But I had my memories, and I still had a part of my human experience in me. There was just this complete silence all around me. I couldn't speak in English, but I could experience and feel. I could understand myself better than I ever was able to before. I remember feeling so much resentment, and I was angry with myself because I thought I'd ruined my life. I thought I would never see family, friends, dogs, trees, or stars ever again. I was stuck like this for eternity. It is very hard to put into time, because there was none. It just felt infinite. So over what felt like a very long time, I was able to start to come to peace with my death, come to terms with the mistakes I made and realise it was okay. Not only overdosing on LSD, but also various things I seriously regretted in my life. Now for this next part, I will do my best to explain, but it is very difficult, as it was not comparable to this world. A line shot by me on my left. I remember being so excited because I've been in nothingness for what felt like eternity. I ended up being carried along this line towards something. At a certain point, the line shot ahead of me and created 3 visions. The first vision was that of my brother, alone at a trailer we used to hike at with his dog. My ego was not there. It was almost as if I was floating above him on a random day. The second vision was my sister, in an apartment room I've never seen before. She was sitting alone, watching TV on a red couch. The third vision was an empty white room with a person. There was very little about them that represented a person, but they were glowing. I felt we were looking at each other, and I felt this overwhelming sense of connectedness, almost as if we've known each other several lifetimes. After this, I was still being dragged along the line. There was a golden light that suddenly appeared. I felt like I had closure, seeing my brother and sister one last time. I was at peace, truly at peace. When I was carried towards this golden light, it got bigger and bigger, and engulfed the nothingness. When it was finally all around me, I felt like I was being hugged by all of the gods. The most warming, loving feeling I've ever felt. It absolutely was unspeakable. Then at this point, I was shot into my body again, anywhere between 3 and 5 AM. I was still tripping very hard, but also was just so confused and scared. It took me a good month to grasp this world again, but I really felt as if I was reborn. I was a new person after that day, and my world has been utterly amazing. It was the best thing that has ever happened to me. If I could spread one overall theme that this taught me, was that life is precious. Everything we experience in this short mortal lifetime is so unbelievably beautiful if we take a step back. So I ask all of you, whatever is happening in your life, to take a step back and love. Now, I practice spirituality daily, and have learnt countless things from not only this experience, but all of my trips combined. I love you all so much. We are all one.